Hey everybody, Dr. Diane, your Lyme doc here. In this video, we're going to talk about what is going on if you have mold toxins inside of your body and you test your house and it's clean. Well, first of all, you want to make sure you do a very good test. You want to make sure that you are running something like an ERMI test, which is going to do a very thorough job of really analyzing dust, because a lot of the pathological molds land in dust and they're not in air. So if you've used just a common, you're selling your house certified mold inspector, it's highly likely that they have missed this. I hate to say this, and I have this conversation, unfortunately, all day long, and it's one of the hardest things for people to hear because you spent time, you spent money, and somebody was a professional and somebody has a certification, so you want them to be right and valid. But unfortunately, that is not often the case. Sometimes it is. But an ERMI is a test that's very easy to run. You collect dust. It's going to be a much better way of determining truly if your house has a mold problem. Now, sometimes you will find that your house does not have a mold problem and you have it inside of your body. This could be due to a past exposure. It could be due to a present exposure that is happening outside of your house, maybe at an office or at a friend's or parents' or siblings' house that you're frequenting, for example. But sometimes none of these things make sense. Sometimes you've been in your house for 2 decades and you don't really go many places, and there's these situations where it's like not in your house. It doesn't make sense that it's a friend's house because you're not at your friend's very often. You're lived in this house for a while, so it's not coming from that. So what is happening? A third thing that can happen, besides the fact that, hey, it could be hidden or it could be at another person's house, a third thing that could happen is you could have mold actually growing inside of your body. So the way I've heard this described is you become the house, and essentially though what happens is when you're breathing in mold spores, when you have lived in a moldy place or you have worked in a moldy place, your body becomes that cesspool of mold. And essentially you need to do the antifungals in order to kill the mold, because the mold toxins are actually being internally produced from the inside. And for some people, the exposure is purely external. You're just breathing in the toxins and you really just need to detox. For other people, the antifungal component is a key component of this entire picture. So I wanted to throw that in here as well as a potential thing to consider if you're like, why do I have mold toxins in my body and I can't find them in my house? What is going on? But you absolutely want to test your house, right? And you absolutely want to test your house with something like an ERMI that's going to be very, very, very thorough to make sure it's not in your house. Because if it is in your body and it's in your house, it's going to be difficult, if not impossible, to really get well. So we want to make sure that we are not just assuming that just because a certified inspector has come and looked at your house that it's fine, because oftentimes it's not. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope you will subscribe, and please do share this with friends and family that you think would benefit from this. I'm Dr. Diane. I'll see you in another one.